Hey up and welcome to Callums Corner. I am livid. I'm absolutely fuming. I'm hot, sweaty, and I've been humiliated, totally disrespected today, and I'm not standing for it. I will not have it, alright? Today, decided to go down to the beach this afternoon because it's massively bloody hot here, right? I thought I'll go down the beach, cool off, have a nice swim, right? So I thought tactically about it. Which beach do I go to? I decided on a beach called Bembridge Beach, right? It's a bit hoity-toity down there, but there's these trees that kind of grow by the shoreline. It gives you really good shade, which I need. You know, if you choose to shave your head in this weather, it does get burned. You know, you need some shade, right? Get down to the beach, and I've got there a tiny bit too early. The tide is not fully in yet. I always wait for optimal swimming conditions because it minimises the risk of seaweed touching you when you're swimming. Don't like that. So I think, you know, no rush. I'll sit down and chill in the shade for a little bit. There's a nice breeze coming in. It feels good, right? So sit myself down, waiting for the tide to come in, and, you know, it's a stony beach that I'm sitting on, but next to me, there's this kind of pile of stones that are much bigger. They're kind of almost rocks, like nice hefty ones, right? And I'm thinking, well, that's a happy coincidence. You know, I'm sitting here, I've got time to waste, don't want to waste it totally. So I decide to have some throwing practice, you know. So I'm using these rocks, I'm just lozzing them right out to sea. I'm aiming for this buoy floating out at sea. And when I say buoy, I don't mean I'm trying to brain a small child, like a buoy in the sea, like one of those big pink floaty inflatable things that's out there that boats tie up to and stuff. So I'm throwing, and, you know, hit it a few times. Yeah, I'm a good aim. It's good fun, right? Anyway, after quite an enjoyable 20 minutes or so just throwing, I realised that the tide's almost fully in now. It's almost peak time for swimming. So I decided to start getting ready. Sit myself down on the beach using the towel to get myself ready and stuff. And I happen to look over to the right, and there's this pair of women, like, just wenches waddling at me, right? Massively posh, like, so posh you could barely look at them. They were old women, you know, they were got to be at least 60, 70, but their hair wasn't like silver or grey. It was like platinum white blonde. It was so bright that the sun, like, bounced back at you. Like, it was hard to look at them. I felt like pauper or something looking at them. It was ridiculous. Anyway, they're marching towards me, but as they go, they're looking. They're avidly searching the beach for something. And I'm thinking, they've got this stupid little poof bulldog with them, so I'm thinking, oh, dogs obviously is pooped somewhere. They're just trying to find it and clear it up. You know, I don't know what goes in posh people's minds, but I think that's probably what's happening. But it starts to get a bit uncomfortable because they're getting really close to me. By that point, I'm putting on my sea shoes. Always wear sea shoes. Don't fancy a weaver fish barb going up into my foot, and the, you know, seabed's a bit icky and stuff. So getting my sea shoes on, and they're now like right next to me, like less than a foot away from me. And, you know, it's uncomfortable in these socially distant times. The beach is absolutely empty, and they're standing, like, casting a shadow on me. I'm thinking, well, it can't be poop they're looking for. Like, they would say something to me, like, warn me, don't sit in it or something. And the lead wench is, like, way too upset for it to be dog poop that she's missed. Like, she's really annoyed about missing something. Like, it's quite hard to understand them. They're speaking English, but it's so posh, it sounds like another body language that they're speaking. And she's going on about how she's, something's gone. Like, how surely someone wouldn't have taken it, wouldn't be gone. And I'm thinking, God, she must have lost like a diamond ring or something, you know. Rich people, it might be worth more than like a bloody car or something. I hope she doesn't think I've stolen it or something. I'm thinking, well, she's going to ask me. She's going to ask me, you know, she's suspicious, she's got worries, she's lost something, she'll ask me. Doesn't acknowledge me in any way, shape or form. Neither of them do. Even the dog doesn't acknowledge me, just ignores me. Just bouncing around in a trotting little hoity-toity way. Anyway, they start to shuffle off slightly down the beach, right? And she says, well, I can't believe it. We spent all morning collecting them, and now they're gone. And she's going on about how she's going to have to come back at low tide because someone's obviously thrown them. And she says, like, the limestone ones were pivotal for her collection. And suddenly, it clicks with me what she's talking about. She's talking about the pile of stones, like the rocks next to me. Limestone one, like, some of them were quite nice rocks, like, but you can't steal them. They're rocks, they're the beach's rocks. You can't take them home with you. That's theft, that's thievery. No, you may be massively posh, but you got to be human, buy a bag of stones like the rest of us. Don't take them from a public beach. That's mental. She doesn't say anything. Obviously, she would have seen me. I was there, you know, loud and proud, lozzing them out to sea. She must have known what bloody happened, but she doesn't even acknowledge me. Like, that's mental. How? Like, and she's saying to her friend, like, oh, someone's just thrown them, obviously. Like, obviously that's aimed at me. Like, I've even got a friend there. I can't say something back at her through my friend. Like, it's all just going over my head. I'm just sitting there, like, it makes me feel worthless. Like, yeah, I'm not rich enough to get someone to wipe my ass to be in a warning like you, love, but I'm still a person. Acknowledge me. And she thinks she's coming back in the morning to get those rocks. She's got another thing coming. She's not nicking them. Absolutely not. She should go and buy rocks like the rest of us. I will be down that beach tomorrow morning at first light, low tide. I will collect up every decent-sized rock around the area, and I will take them. I will take them right down to the low tide mark, and I will lodge them as far as I can. And I'm strong. I can throw far. Like, she will never get those rocks back. They're lost at sea now, love. They are gone. Like, you may be rich, you may be massively entitled. She was massively entitled. I'd call her a bloody Karen, but too posh to even have that name. That's probably the noise she makes when she clears her throat. Karen. It doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter how rich and entitled she are. It's going to be no match for how vindictive I am. I will go down there. I will lodge them as far as I can till they are lost at sea. She will never get her greedy little hands on them. Now I'm hot and sweaty again, and the whole swim was for nothing. Idiot.